Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Patrick. Today I want to take a look at an SSD. Now, if you don't have an SSD in your computer, you need one. Plain and simple. It's 2016. Let's get with the program, people. There are very few people that will benefit from an SSD. And I'll explain them both if you don't know the difference. But today I want to go over this particular SSD from a company called ADATA. You might not have heard of them before. They're not really the most common brand, but they do make a whole bunch of different storage solutions like flash drives and traditional hard drives and other things like that. So I'm going to unbox this, talk about some differences. Hopefully you'll learn something new. And if you're thinking about purchasing a SSD or doing that easy upgrade, definitely something you'll be interested in. So 2.5-inch SATA 6 gig per second solid state drive. This is the Premier SP550 from ADATA. Advanced LDPC error correction control, integrated hardware thermal sensor protection, support device sleep with DRAM cache buffer, NCQ/smart command support, optimized for ACHI mode, shock resistant trim support, and Acronis True Image. So it does come with a free copy of a pretty good software, Acronis True Image, which you may or may not need if you are installing this hard drive to replace another hard drive. Not much on the sides. Ooh, on the back you got a whole bunch of stuff in a lot of different languages. Standard 2.5-inch SSD featuring built-in EEC, error correcting control, I think that is, and wear leveling technology. / compatible with serial ATA specifications, silent, fast access, anti-shock, low power consumption, long data retention. And you get free product registration and other things like that if you scan the QR code right there. So I'm going to have to do that later. Anyway, maximum performance. We'll talk about performance numbers. I'm sure somebody's going to ask. Read speeds up to 560 megabit per second and write speeds of up to 510. Now my numbers differed slightly, as will yours, but that is the absolute max from this. So let me open this up real quick. We will talk about it. SSDs, you might note, SSDs only come in one size. They come in 2.5-inch. There are a whole bunch of different hard drives in various sizes. Most common size, if you have a desktop computer, is 3.5. If you have a laptop, those smaller drives are 2.5. And then they go a couple sizes smaller than that. Reason why these are 2.5 is because I have no idea. Most of them do come with brackets and other things like that. So if you do need to fit it into a full-size desktop like I'm doing with this one, you can. This one does not come with a bracket, and I'll explain why in a minute. So it comes with a quick start guide, and it's a pretty thick piece of paper, but everything in a whole bunch of different languages. See if I can just get the English one here. Of course, it's right in front. Talks about product overview, superior features again, installation, okay, handling precautions, warranty. Let's see if I can see how long the warranty period is. Doesn't say right away. Exclusive software download, so it doesn't come with any software like most things nowadays. You do have to go onto their website, adata.com/en/exclusive_download, and scan the code on the back of the package so you can get the exclusive software, which I assume they're referring to that Acronis migration software. Acronis is really great if you haven't used it before. There are free copies of it, and it just helps you migrate from one hard drive to another. So they do include this little bracket here. I think this is kind of like a cheater bracket if I remember. Actually not really sure what this is for. Yeah. So this doesn't make it any bigger per se. I think this is just kind of like a shock mount thing to help it fit into laptops. I'm not actually sure why they include this. Sometimes they include and comment if you have any idea what this is. Sometimes they include brackets, that make it a little bit wider so you can fit it into a standard desktop. This obviously does not. Looks just like a hard drive. You'll note that the end here is the same on Full-size hard drives, 3.5 inch, and this 2.5 inch. So if you've got this sort of connection in your computer, and most of you should if your computer is, less than 10 years old, this is good for you. Also, if you have any questions, you can always ask in the comments below. I try to answer everybody's questions to the best of my ability. So, why an SSD, Pat? Why are they so great? SSDs are great because they're starting to get cheaper, and they are extremely fast. Compared to a traditional hard drive, a traditional hard drive will have more storage, plain and simple. Unless you're really going to shell out, $500-600, you can get, for example, this is a 960 gig SSD. We'll round up. We'll say it's a terabyte. Terabyte's 1,024 gigs. That's close enough. So we'll say that they're roughly the same size. This costs $210. If I wanted a 1 terabyte hard drive, normal one, not this, is about $60. So you can see the price difference. So if you want a lot of storage, and I mean a lot of storage, go with a normal hard drive. Unless you want to spend a whole bunch of money. These are great because they're very, very fast. I mean, this will run circles around any old hard drive. And the reason being is this has no moving parts. It's very thin, no moving parts. Works just like a flash drive. Flash drive has no moving parts. Flash drives are pretty quick if you have a USB 3.0 hard drive or flash drive. Regular hard drives that are, a little bit bigger. I wish I had one here to show you, but you know what I'm talking about. A normal hard drive has moving parts. This is a solid state drive. It is solid. No moving parts. A hard disk drive, or an HDD, literally has disks inside of it, aluminum platters. And there is a reader that skips along in there and, reads it kind of like a really fast record player and finds where that data is in there, and then that is how fast an SSD is. Or not an SSD. That's how fast a hard drive is. And you'll notice when you buy a hard drive, it has numbers next to it. Maybe a 5,400 RPM drive, or a 7,200 RPM drive, or a 10,000 RPM drive. This doesn't have its numbers. It doesn't have RPM. There's no moving parts. So this is infinitely faster than a standard hard drive. When these originally came out 5, 6, 7 years ago, they were unreliable. New technology. These would fail left and right. Nowadays, reliability is much, much better. It's almost surpassed what a standard hard drive is. And we've all had hard drives fail. It's not a good time. SSDs are starting to become more reliable. And if this fails, it's not like the whole drive is gone. You can recover data off of these a little bit easier than a standard hard drive. So it's a little bit smaller. This is laptop sized. I'll probably throw in a picture down below of size differences. And if you're interested in speed differences, I'll also link a video in the description below of speed tests. There's a guy that goes through and he has a regular hard drive, a solid state drive, and what's called a solid state hybrid drive, which I did a review on if you're interested in something like that. A solid state hybrid drive is a mixture of both. It's fast, but it has a lot of storage. And it's pretty fairly priced. These are significantly more expensive, like I said. This is $210. Same size in a standard mechanical hard drive is about $60. So, you're looking at 4 or 5 times the cost. So, if you have any questions, let me know. I am going to link that stuff in the video description. I'm going to get this installed, talk to you about speeds. Speeds that I've seen so far are around 4 to 475 read and write. Also depends on that information. I will link this product in the video description if you're interested in this one particularly. ADATA actually has some of the cheapest storage solutions online. I buy their flash drives all the time. I mean, they are, dollars cheaper here and there on flash drives, but in terms of the solid state hard drives, these retail between $250 and $300 or more, and this price is $210. So they are, between $50 and $100 cheaper on the solid state side. But ADATA does a pretty good job. Really good ratings. Online on Amazon, they've got it in a whole bunch of different sizes. They've got 300 customer reviews, and 80% of those 300 reviews are 5-star reviews. 6% is 1-star reviews. Let's see if I can find... I wish I knew what this was. Doesn't actually say online. Oh, comes with 3 years limited warranty for worry-free ownership experience. So it does have a 3-year warranty. I'm trying to figure out what in the heck this is. Anyway, if you know what this is, let me know. If you've got any questions, comment in the section below. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Questions again, section below. And we will see you the next time, guys. Thanks for hanging around.